This state is almost completely dependent on the federal government. We get way more money from the federal government than we pay into the federal government for taxes. It's like 4 or 5 to 1. In fact, we get a 3 to 1 match on our Medicaid. By running this bill, you're putting every dime of that at risk. Every dime that we get from the federal government is being put at risk by putting this bill into place, especially the money that we receive for law enforcement, especially the money that we receive for our roads. You're putting every dime of that at risk. Madam President, I asked the entire chamber, how are you going to replace that money? What are you going to do when the federal government, whether you agree or not, the federal government's money has always come with strings attached. We've never received a dime from the federal government without strings attached. And the current administration is saying, you make yourself a sanctuary state? You don't cooperate with ICE? Done. No more federal money. No more federal money. Think about that, folks. How are we going to replace that money? We don't even have enough money from the oil and gas industry, who funds pretty much everything in the state, to replace the money we get from the federal government. But we're going to put that at risk? Are you really ready to go back and answer your constituents when they don't have enough money for schools? When they don't have enough money to pave the roads? When they don't have enough money to have federal law enforcement here? We have a RICO statute that we can't even charge anyone with. Human trafficking, you talked about. We can't even charge anyone under our RICO statute with human trafficking, because our RICO statute doesn't do it. You know who has to charge human trafficking in this state? The federal government. You pull this, they're not going to do it anymore. We're going to be on our own. Happy trails to you. Yippee-ki-yay. Back to the days when we had no support from the federal government. Pre-colonial days. Congratulations, you just bankrupted the state of New Mexico.